Is this the beginning of this major parabolic run? Because we can see that Bitcoin is at this critical level, and yes, if we're going to break this major trend towards the upside, we all know what happened the last time. Yes, we saw this major parabolic run, but this is only going to be the beginning if we're going to break the previous range high. But ultimately guys, you're in this major opportunity, the golden opportunity to buy the dip. I hope you bought the dip, but guys, in this video we're going to analyze the markets, so without wasting any time, guys, smash up the like button and subscribe, and let's directly start with today's content. Yes, I didn't upload a video yesterday, but all the things have been said in my previous video. We have been in this range, and yes, we are still underneath the 200 moving average, but this is really going to be important because the previous time we saw that the price movement saw this major dump and was really coiling up exactly at these levels. Yes, exactly at the 13 moving average, exactly here, this white line. We saw that the price movement got a rejection exactly at the 13 moving average, this white line exactly here. But as soon as we broke this level towards the upside and re-established the 13 moving average, which is calculated on the average price of Bitcoin within the last 13 days, and we saw as soon as we broke this level towards the upside, we saw that Bitcoin held the support above the 13 moving average, which ultimately gave us the indication that yes, that we're in this bullish trend. And exactly in these levels where the price movement of Bitcoin is trading at the moment, we can see a lot of confluence, a lot of lines coming together. And first of all guys, yes, we can see this red line is the 200 moving average on the daily chart, which is calculated from the price in the previous 200 days. And we can see that the average price within the last 200 days was exactly at the level of 58,890. So this is going to be our first level that we need to break so that we can say that Bitcoin is in this bullish trend. But yes, we can also see the 13 moving average exactly in these levels, and we saw that the price movement come all the way to the 13 moving average. We tried to break this level towards the upside, but yes, we got this rejection and once again came under the 200 moving average. But what is really going to be important guys, yes, that we're going to break the psychological level of 60,000 US dollars, which is exactly here. And yes, this green box is going to be the line in the sand. If we're going to break the 13 moving average, this downward sloping trend, the 200 moving average, and the psychological level of the 60,000 US dollars, we're going to see this major pump towards the upside. But guys, before we're going to go on the lower time frames, because yes, we've been making some awesome profits in my signal group. Yes, we have made 94% in the previous day. If you would have joined this channel, you would have had your subscription fee back in only one day, trading with a margin of 50 US dollars. We're going to go on the even lower time frames of Bitcoin, because yes, on the 4-hour chart we can see that Bitcoin is forming this perfect double bottom where we saw this major dump towards the downside. We saw this first bounce, came all the way back up to the previous resistance exactly here and came back all the way back down. So this is a perfect W and also a double bottom, which is ultimately giving us the signal that the price movement is finding support exactly within these levels. And then we can see that the price movement is really coiling up within the symmetrical triangle, and we already broke towards the upside exactly at this trend line. And yes, I opened a trade exactly at this breakout point over on BloFin. We are in some major profits because ultimately guys, yes, this is a small position, but I'm going to build this position all the way up to the previous all-time high. So even though we're going to see this dump, I'm going to add a little bit more to this position. So ultimately guys, we're going to make some major profits. And if you want to make some profits on all of these trades, guys, go down in the video description below where you can sign up to BloFin without any KYC and you're receiving a major deposit bonus, or you can trade all of these moves on Bybit or even Drift or even MEXC. So make use of these things where you receive a major deposit bonus. But ultimately guys, we could expect this major breakout on the 4-hour chart, because yes, we clearly broke out from the symmetrical triangle. We're going to look at the price target, which ultimately is all the way from the top of the symmetrical triangle and all the way to the bottom exactly here. And we're going to take the width of the symmetrical triangle, pull it over to the potential breakout point, or in this case the breakout point, and we perfectly can see that the next price target is ultimately going to be the 63,000 US dollars, and this perfectly lines up with the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart of Bitcoin. So ultimately guys, if we're going to see this breakout, break the psychological level, the 60,000 US dollars, which is also perfectly lining up with the 100 moving average, this yellow line exactly here, we could expect this breakout from this downward sloping trend. Because ultimately guys, if you're going to zoom out on the daily chart, because yes, the last last time we broke out from this major downwards trend, guys, we saw this major run towards the upside all the way to the previous highs, and I think we're going to see exactly the same. Bitcoin broke these major support levels, we were in this major fear and this major capitulation, and we can see that a lot of short positions have been really building up from the previous all-time high at the lower highs all the way down here and even here. So yes, this major liquidity, all of these short positions are exactly within these levels, and yes, we saw that the price movement came all the way back down, and even these long positions that have been opened here, the stop loss has been hit exactly here underneath the previous low, because yes, all of these long positions had the stop loss exactly here, and the markets came all the way back down to liquidate these longs, and the longs that have been piling up exactly here, they have been liquidated from this major wick towards the downside. And again, all of the long positions that have been opened exactly here, they have already been closed either at the top or they have been liquidated exactly with this move. So ultimately, guys, I do believe that this is the next major step and this next major parabolic run towards the upside. And keep in mind, guys, if you want to profit from these short-term moves, go down in the video description below, because we are making some major profits. So if you want to find out more about my Signal group and always stay up to date, make sure to go down in the video description below and sign up to my free Telegram group, where I always keep you up to date and you'll find all the information to the Signal group. So ultimately, guys, if you want to make these major profits on this next major parabolic run towards the upside, because this is ultimately a bottom for Bitcoin, a double bottom, and this perfect rounding bottom for Bitcoin, this gives me the indication as soon as we're going to break the 200 moving average, the 13 moving average, the psychological level of the 60,000 US dollars, that we're going to see this initial pump and this major parabolic run all the way to the previous high, or maybe even just all the way to the mid-range. But this gives me the indication that this is going to be the next leg of the bull market. And yes, I believe that Bitcoin is going to break the 60,000 US dollars, which is exactly here at the 100 moving average on the 4-hour chart today, because yes, we already saw this retest from the symmetrical triangle and the price target is clear. So if we're going to break this major resistance, we could expect that Bitcoin is going to come all the way up to the 200 moving average, and we're going to see this consolidation above this major resistance level, which will now act as support. So now is the best time to get in all of these cryptocurrencies. Make sure to be subscribed, smash up the like button, because the next video is really going to give you the opportunity to buy all of these altcoins at a low level. So make sure to sign up to my free Telegram group and make sure to be for crypto. And ultimately, guys, this is the beginning of this next major parabolic run. So be for crypto, and we see each other in the next video.